Hello, and welcome to another episode of Take a Deep Breath with Yvonne Daniels podcast. I am your well-being girlfriend, Yvonne Daniels, encouraging you to embrace the power of giving your body permission to relax for better choices, health, and wealth. We're doing it one deep breath at a time. All you need is an open heart and an open mind and a willingness to grow and to go. It is May, and we are talking today about the fact that May is National Arthritis Month. So, Matt, how you doing today?
Hey, what up, though? How are you doing today?
I am well. It is as we're recording this, it is actually the first day of May, so it's very exciting. Always love getting into a new month, and of course, you know how we kick off every episode, Matt.
With the deep breath.
Let's go in and out. So thank you to all of you that listen to the podcast. And as you see me out and about, we're discussing different episodes, and you're telling me that you are taking those deep breaths. So that is so very important. It really does help so much. Of course, you know, over this way, we're all about changing health narratives and leaving health legacies. Yeah, of course, just because mom, dad, your family members had a certain disease and maybe you lean more towards that way, doesn't mean that you have to take that on. All right. You don't have to continue with symptoms or continue down the path of it progressing. You can stop that thing. All right. And that's what we're talking about. Of course, we're all about talking about and really embracing the wealth that we're born with, which is our health. Yes. We talk about all the other different types of wealth that we need to know about, which is so very important. But health is the wealth that you are born with. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of our health by getting enough sleep, which I'm doing better at. Yay. Hope you are too, if you need help with that. Also accepting responsibility for our well-being, taking as many deep breaths as often as we need to, and tuning into our bodies and moving our bodies. And speaking of that last one, moving our bodies, once again, May is National Arthritis Month. National Arthritis Awareness Month in the United States is, we kind of focus on this to raise awareness about arthritis, the leading cause of disability, and to promote education, research, and support for those affected. National Arthritis Awareness Month takes place annually this month. Of course, it was officially designated back in 1972 by the United States Congress and President Richard Nixon at the urging of the Arthritis Foundation, recognizing the growing impact of arthritis on Americans and the need for public education, research, and improved patient care. Now, you may not know this, but arthritis affects approximately 1 in 4 American adults, around 54 million people, and nearly 300,000 children. That really surprised me in the U.S., making the number one cause of disability. This month-long observance aims to educate the public, all right, about arthritis. There are over 100 types of arthritis and related conditions. This includes osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. I know several people with that. Psoriatic arthritis, fibromyalgia, and gout, which my late husband suffered with as well. So, promoting early diagnosis and effective treatment to improve the quality of life is really encouraged. Also, what is encouraged is physical activity. And, we lean heavily on that over this way. We're all about that physical activity. One of my mottos is and sayings is that movement is medicine, right? So physical activity, lifestyle changes are encouraged that can reduce pain and prevent disease progression. Advocating for research funding, of course, and support for patients and healthcare providers is always encouraged. And so as we focus on National Arthritis Awareness Month, some ways you can get involved, because we always want to make sure that we are supporting this. Anything that we can do, individuals and organizations can participate in lots of ways. So if you didn't know, blue, okay, you can wear blue to show solidarity with those living with arthritis. Maybe you have something blue in your closet you can wear for most of this month. All right, sharing personal stories on social media, of course, that's big nowadays. You can use those hashtags like arthritis awareness and cure arthritis, hashtag cure arthritis. You can join or sponsor events such as the Walk to Cure Arthritis to raise funds and awareness. Educating yourself is always a great way. I learned so much doing this podcast. And it is just, knowledge is power. Educating yourself and others about arthritis symptoms, treatments, and management strategies. You can advocate for research funding by contacting elected representatives, all right, and supporting initiatives through the Arthritis Foundation. All right, so something we're going to look at, which is really important as well, was health and lifestyle focus. So physical activity, which we talked about, is a key component of managing arthritis. Low impact exercises such as water-based activities, yoga, walking, and gardening. So swimming can is linked up in there as well. Can help reduce joint pain and improve mobility. Nutrition, your diet is so important in just about everything. So nutrition can also play a role with anti-inflammatory foods like tart cherries, colored vegetables, seafood, walnuts, and garlic, supporting joint health. And of course, you need to listen to your body because we list these, but just because these are listed, your body may not agree with everything. So as you're testing these things out, as you're eating, as you're trying to see what may help, listen to your body, and your body will tell you whether this is a good fit for you or not. I always recommend that. Arthritis Foundation, they offer educational materials, webinars, support networks for patients and caregivers. The CDC Arthritis Awareness Toolkit is a great thing to have. You can, and I'm going to try and put that in the show notes, provides resources for healthcare providers, if you are one, public health officials, and the general public, which is most of us, to promote awareness and activity programs. Your local healthcare providers and orthopedic specialists, them too. They can provide guidance on treatment, exercise programs, and lifestyle modifications. And of course, all that is great, but we have to make sure we're implementing all that stuff to make sure that we're getting the maximum benefit for that. And of course, the National Arthritis Awareness Month serves as a vital platform to challenge misconceptions, highlight the impact of arthritis across all ages. Like I said, we got like 300,000 children that suffer from arthritis, and encourage proactive management to improve the lives of millions affected by this condition. All right. So also you want to try as much as you can not to use pills. And so all these other different types of things, your diet, exercise, all of that will help for you not to have to use pills. And once again, and just one final thing, this is going to be a short one, but I think a very impactful episode. The Arthritis Foundation's Live Yes Arthritis Network. You can look into that. They can help you tap into a powerful support network. You can join their online community and share information, ask questions, and offer advice. All right. So one last thing I want to leave you with the diet is those colorful vegetables. Make sure you're using and you're eating things that are they're just really easy to grab a hold to. Sweet potatoes are listed. Carrots, you got your garlic, all right, your walnuts, your seafood. Make sure you're tapping into all of that. Make sure you're tapping into that exercise on a regular basis, all right? Even if you're starting off, you can't do a lot at first, but, exercise, diet, lifestyle change, your mental state, people that are around you. Try not to have people that are around you that that are negative. To me, that always, if I'm suffering or in pain, negativity always makes it worse. So keeping those things in mind as we once again make sure that we're focusing on National Arthritis Awareness Month. I tell you what, how do we end every episode, Matt?
With a deep breath.
Let's go in and out. Here is to eradicating arthritis. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Take a Deep Breath with Yvonne Daniels podcast. Make sure that you share, like, all right, comment, subscribe. Join me at Deep Breath and Taste Buds at blogspot.com. And I will see you on the next episode.
Good stuff.